This podcast is for ages 8 and up. And welcome to I Need a Hobby, a podcast. I'm this week's host, Alex. And to my left, we told him it was a 1,000-piece puzzle. He looked us in the eyes and said, I could do it in 900. Chris.
Hey.
And to my right, he keeps a few blank puzzle pieces in his back pocket just in case he loses one or Chris accidentally eats one again. Andrew.
Hello.
All right, let's before we get into it, let's discuss what this podcast is about.
Mm-hmm.
This is I Need a Hobby. Almost forgot the name of our podcast.
I need a puzzle.
This is I Need a Hobby. It's about hobbies, challenges, and activities. Every week, me, Andrew, and Chris will do a hobby, challenge, or activity, and then we'll tell you guys about it. Yeah, we work hard. We're 3 young college punks. Well, post-grad punks. Work the 9 to 5, but this podcast...
We were college punks.
It's all about the 5 to 9.
That sounds like the new wave style of music. Yeah, I listen mostly post-grad punk.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm done with undergrad
that's just like
punk.
our podcast listeners.
Yeah.
I mean, they can say that.
I guess
Our
that's our genre.
Post-grad punks.
Yeah.
Dang,
Who have podcasts.
that'd be a good name for a podcast.
That would be.
Post-grad punks. PhD hunks. Ooh.
Ooh la la.
All right, well, what are you
Those are
PhD
gonna be
hunks
our
doing
rivals.
these days?
Not much.
All right.
Yeah, just hanging.
Yeah, how's everyone doing?
Good. It's
Good.
a little warmer out today, huh?
Really warm.
Yeah, we had a little cold front coming through the last couple weeks.
Now a slight warm front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another warm front now. Speaking of cold, Chris, how's your health?
It's all right.
Last about, I don't know, 4 or 5 times I've seen Chris. He's got packets and packets of
Wait, is that what you were going to talk about?
emergency-esque stuff. Yeah, that's what I was going to
That's
talk
what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, we were talking about what are we gonna banter about
this episode?
pre-pod or before we get into the puzzles, and I was like, I got something, but I want to spook Chris with it. I don't want him to be ready.
Yeah.
What do I know? He's about to spook me with his. It's like one of those classic Christmas stories where I sold my necklace to get you a comb.
Mm-hmm.
You shaved your head and sold your hair to get me a necklace holder. It's like, if only we communicated beforehand. Now I'm bald. You're bald. I'm necklaceless. You know.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna need. You want the necklace holder? I'm gonna need your hair. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need those locks.
What about like $25? No, sorry.
Those are some obscure gifts. I guess a necklace
It's
standard.
a classic
That's
Christmas
That's true.
story. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the plot of A Christmas Story.
Yeah, old Ralphie.
But yeah,
Bald.
I've been, I wouldn't say sick, but I'd say on the cusp of sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
There's like no way. I feel
what
like
I
I
mean?
know the feeling you're talking about, but there's
Yeah.
no other way to describe it.
it's like I have
you have,
like kind of a runny nose. I wake up feeling pretty bad, but then
Dude, you're sick.
That sounds bad.
That's not
my
the-
temperature is 103.
That's no cusp, dude.
But then like middle of the day, I'm feeling fine. So I've been hitting these vitamin C packets.
Mhm, I've noticed,
You
man.
think they do anything?
It's excessive.
Probably not.
I don't know. I really don't know because they could easily just do nothing.
Personally, I always feel like
most of them are just Kool-Aid.
I like to have orange juice when I'm on the cusp of being sick, and I think it works.
No,
I
orange
really
juice,
do.
There's no way.
I think it does. Every time I'm feeling like I have a sore throat or something, I feel like I'm gonna get sick. I have orange juice and it goes away.
I feel like orange juice has too much sugar in it to make you like healthy at all. You know,
Mhm. Yeah, typically the case.
like I drink Pepsi Cola when I start to get sick.
Don't hate on
sometimes.
orange juice, dude. That was basically my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the whole 30. So.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right,
know.
yeah, maybe if it's an orange juice without, yeah, I don't know. I don't think emergency.
The
or
funny thing
whatever you call
about all these
things, right?
emergencies and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you ever look at the like nutritional values? It'll be like 3,000%
Yeah.
of your daily vitamin
Yeah.
C. Can I overdose on vitamin C? I'm getting a little nervous. I
Yeah,
had 2 of these
Too
today.
much of anything is
You
bad.
are orange right now.
I
Chris.
would not be surprised. I have a big C on my face.
You definitely have been having that like a lot. I feel
You're
I feel
basing
like-
this on the fact that I've had it the last 2 times.
No,
I saw
are you eating it breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
No,
Chris?
I've had
Chris?
1 or 2 a day.
I feel like Chris is having it like will be like
I think you're just extrapolating. You're assuming, all right, well, whenever I see me, he has one.
I'm with Andrew.
The rest of the days have more.
I feel like Chris will be like we'll be like about to go out or something. It'll be like 1 sec, and then he just like pours the emergency into his beer. Like
Yeah.
what?
I did make you a mixed
Insane.
drink the other night. Yeah, it was 1 part vodka, 1 part emergency.
Yeah.
One part vodka, 3,000 parts of vitamin C. I've heard that if you're getting sick, instead of the orange juice, but emergency, maybe it works, but for like a natural thing, they say eat peppers.
Hmm.
like green, red peppers, not spicy peppers.
Because I was
also.
going to say spicy peppers usually clear out,
Oh, yeah,
kinda
those
clear
are
out your
easy.
sinuses.
What do you
That's
guys?
nice.
What do you guys know about the neti pot?
Oh, I love the
You
neti
guys
pot.
ever used
I
neti pot?
remember one
Oh.
of Chris's roommates explained to me the neti pot when I was visiting him once, and I was like, "That is insane."
He says, "All right, you take about 4 or 5 emergency packets, you put them in the pot, you mix it up, you shove it up your nose."
My first neti pot experience, I was sick in college, but like I guess slightly more sick than I am now, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Now I'm a 9. That was a 10. No,
I'm
sure.
bedridden. I got mono.
And a friend of mine, like this girl came, actually one of Alex's family members and friends of mine,
Whoa, enough.
was saying that she had this neti pot, and I was like, oh, that thing's lame. And then she like kind of pulled me aside. I was like,
Wait.
if you want to use it, let me know.
Ew. Wait, you would use someone else's neti pot?
It doesn't actually go in. You don't like.
That's nasty, dude.
Yeah, it does.
That's like reusing a tissue.
For the people who don't know, the neti pot, you pour it into one nostril, it comes out the other, but it doesn't really like, you clean it off.
Well, I'm imagining Chris with like the neti pot and a massive funnel in one
But
nostril. pouring it
the
in.
funny thing about it was I didn't really know how to use it, so I was kind of nervous. So I had basically an audience watch me use
yeah,
it.
that's
There's like
a lot.
5 or 6
Yeah,
of
I
them.
don't. It kind of scares me. Does it? It just goes in and it's supposed to clear out your sinuses.
Yeah, the first time I did it, I almost choked. I don't know what I did.
Yeah,
wrong.
I don't know. I
It's
wouldn't like
never
that.
comfortable. I've probably done it 45 times maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Like 5 times in my life. And it is never comfortable. I
It
always
was-
feel like I'm probably doing something wrong.
At a secret, or what's it called, Yankee Swap at work. That was something someone bought.
Oh, come on.
And everyone was like, "Oh, that's lame." And I was like, "Come on, I would like that."
Do you own one right now?
I don't right now.
Oh, you're
I'm
missing
in the
out.
market. I might
own
buy one tonight.
It's a good because you could make tea with it,
Yeah.
coffee, and you could shove it up your nose and clean out your sinuses. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it is,
and you
yeah.
can take your friends and shove it up your nose.
Yeah, you could
so
shove it up
can share.
anyone. So yeah, I don't think I would use.
You can shove it up your friend's nose as a prank.
That's true.
But
You know
at
what they
the end,
say?
It'll clean their
They say,
sinuses.
like, you
Share
can-
with your friends.
You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friends' nose. You can neti pot your friends. You can neti pot your nose.
You can't neti pot your friend. No, I don't know.
You shouldn't, but it looks like you would love to do that, Chris, based on what you said
I
earlier.
would love to do it more. God.
All right, let's get into it. For God's sakes,
Yeah.
enough cold and flu talk.
Mm.
Puzzles, baby.
Yeah.
One of the world's first hobbies.
Yeah, we said 2018 was the year of the activity. We came out with a Great Breweries episode.
hmm More activities to come.
Yeah.
But now we're stepping back, and we're going back. I feel like when I think of like 1950s hobbies, I think of the puzzle.
Yeah.
think
Yeah, it's
that's
like
wrong?
a family thing, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the nuclear family
Like,
was always
my,
doing a puzzle.
My one channel doesn't work again.
Oh,
Time to do a puzzle.
Come on, family, let's gather around and do this puzzle of Richard Nixon.
I would love a Nixon puzzle. But yeah, it's like there was no video games, no like, I wonder how big board games were. I mean, they're probably like some
Chess
board
was
games.
definitely around.
Chess was around,
Checkers.
checkers. Maybe,
Parcheesi, I heard, was
Monopoly.
really big in the 40s and 50s.
Was Monopoly around?
Probably. I don't really know.
Ooh, I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't know when Monopoly.
Chess for sure.
I don't know. Monopoly, one of the pieces is a top hat. If that wasn't made in like the 20s, then I'll be pretty upset.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. But puzzles definitely, right? I mean,
Yeah.
those
Puzzles,
are-
yeah. I wonder when puzzles I feel like have been around since cardboard has been around.
I feel like puzzles might be on our original Google Doc of brainstorming hobbies.
It's gotta
Maybe.
be.
Because we just like,
It's one of the truest hobbies.
yeah, for me, at least for me with my puzzle background, to get right into it, is that like I really like them. I love doing puzzles, and I just feel like I've never do them. Like I think the last time I had really tried to do one, well, I guess before the one we did, I did one like a year before, but I didn't complete it. But before that, it had been like years.
You
Like,
gave up?
No, it was
Gave up on a puzzle?
It was taken apart. I guess I'll get to that. I was actually really furious
Ooh.
because I had it in the common room, and I was like, I guess I'll just get to it now. But I had it in like the living room of my house, and I was like, hey guys, like I don't know, maybe it was weird, but I was like
Nobody touched my puzzle. I know it doesn't look like
we
it
have
now, but
this
it's
table
It's
that
a 1,000 pieces.
it's
literally-
Richard Nixon.
it will be Richard Nixon.
One of the first
It's-
hobbies.
It's always the table's always a mess. Okay, it's always got beer bottles and coffee mugs.
All right,
just enough there.
already, I'm blaming you here. This
No.
clearly is a highly used table.
The thing is that no one cleans it, so I was putting it there like, hey, let's do this puzzle. Maybe it'll motivate people to not leave their shit. There's still room
Okay,
for it, you
sure.
know? It's just not, the whole table isn't going to be
Right.
filled. So, lo and behold, I'm the only one working on the puzzle.
How many pieces
no one
we
does anything
talking?
at all. It's 1,000 piece.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a
Solid puzzle.
That's a big boy.
I got 999 pieces in, and I have to go to class, so I just can't do the last piece. I come back, the whole thing is ruined. Oh, I'm so pissed. But what actually happened was that
how many pieces do you think you really got?
Like 40.
I had the whole border, and then I had a decent amount. I'd say I was maybe almost halfway done, maybe 450, 400.
Wow.
And then, one day my roommate just without warning just took it apart and put it in a box. Was like, yeah, it was annoying.
That's
messed up.
Tell me.
That is messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing Andrew, they probably asked him like
No, they did.
every day for the
But
past 3 weeks.
You're right that you can. It's safe to assume that, but that did not happen. That did not
Yeah,
happen.
that's
It
wild.
did piss me off. I was like, well, what the heck? And then the other thing is I wanted to do that puzzle now as like to come full circle. Like, you could fool me once, but I'm going to get this puzzle done now. And I accidentally left that puzzle at my house in school when I came back for
This is
winter
the
break.
one we were gonna do.
Yeah.
You've been hyping this puzzle.
I know.
for a
I
while.
left it. And it had Santa Claus on it. It was great for the holidays. And
So we'll do it mid-January. Perfect.
I got locked out of my house and I couldn't get the puzzle.
Probably
So
the same
now,
same roommate.
No,
Yeah, he's
puzzles.
not
He's
getting
long
any-
gone.
He
No.
swallows Andrew's key.
It was Paul from the disc golf episode. Come on, Paul.
Okay.
All right.
How could
Well,
you?
that before we get too into our history,
Yeah.
that brings up a big issue with puzzles. Is one, they take a long time to do,
take
which
a
is
long
great.
time.
That's great. 'Cause
1,000-piece
It's a
puzzles.
good like. I'll just do this every now and then.
Yeah.
But the downfall, it's near impossible to move when you're still working
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
So you're committing
To a
dang
location.
near half your house to this thing that's gonna be
Yeah,
there for-
potentially like a
from
month,
weeks,
or something.
maybe
yeah.
months.
Because there was times where we were like, the three of us would hang out, or some combination of us, and it was like, it's super, or the playoffs are done right now for the NFL, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, come over, watch the game, play some puzzle, but the puzzle wasn't near a TV.
Play some.
Yeah,
puzzle.
I'll say play
There's a
some puzzle,
rookie. Yeah.
but you can't do it. You can't.
Right,
do
but
it.
the way we saw
But where
the
else could
puzzle,
you? Where else would we have put
We
it?
would
Right, like if we
need-
put the puzzle like on the floor in front of the TV,
Yeah.
it would have been
Paul would have
inconvenient
came
all
by
around.
and probably thrown it in the
I
trash.
need to put my beer here. Yeah, but maybe the best thing. Do you think they make puzzle specific tables where it's like either
Very
you could
light.
roll it or maybe you could just take the top off and move the table, or maybe it's like a. No, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say like a real tacky surface so it could stick, but sometimes you got to slide the puzzle around.
Yeah, it's because we just finished a puzzle. Spoiler alert.
Yep.
And it didn't really have any structural integrity until the last.
Yeah, you loved that.
I kept saying it. Oh, look at the integrity.
You know
of
what
this
puzzle should come with is a
You could spin it like a DJ disc.
is like a quality, kind of like you were saying, not a sticky table, but like just the length or the size of the puzzle. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the sticky thing, and it's like very light.
What
when
are you
pick it
saying?
up. Kind of imagine like a
I know, but
pizza box
Uh-huh.
that you do it in.
Yeah, I know
You know
what
what I
you mean. Ooh,
Even if it's
That's a good
literally just
idea.
a pizza box.
that's a pretty good idea.
Huh.
I was thinking, so it's not sticky.
No, yeah. I originally wanted to sticky, but
Because
if it's
sticky, I think would get annoying.
but if it's sticky, oh yeah, because if you stick it on, it's
oh,
wrong.
wait, did you say stinky?
Wait, yeah, I said sticky.
Yeah.
Most of my product ideas are decent, but then they're just have to be sticky.
If you stick it on and it's in the wrong spot and
Yeah.
it smells bad, then it's even worse.
And
But if you
pee-
stick it on
Yeah.
its wrong spot, then
I picture it
it's
being
fine.
one of those like sticky hands. You know, you got those as like a
Yeah.
kid or something. And it would just like it would hit the ground and then it would get dust on it. and
two
it's not
throws
sticky
in, it's got
anymore.
hair on
Yeah.
it.
Oh, those are so
Looks like
bad.
Bigfoot's hand.
Whose idea was that? Honestly,
Probably Chris. All right.
Smells
I think
terrible.
I think that's
Chris
a great
used those to like solve his puzzles. He would like get a puzzle from a customer. Just be like,
It'll take way too long to finish the puzzle.
The hand just smells awful.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a good idea, having a pizza box thing to do it in.
Yeah.
But it's gonna like. I feel like part of it, like we didn't really know how big that puzzle was until we had the
That's
border
true.
done.
Yeah, so that makes it. That's
So
a little.
It's
guide
almost
for
like
you.
takes it a little easy, but I think
And-
it's worth it if you're planning on moving around.
Another thing that we didn't utilize well, I thought, is that we basically had like a little more space, but basically we gave ourselves just enough space on the table that like held in the border. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we had more space to really group out all the pieces, because our
Yeah.
problem was that we had all the middle pieces just in the inside,
Which is
and it
tough.
was so overwhelming
Yeah.
because we couldn't group them. We didn't have the room for it.
Right.
So until towards the second half, we were finally able to like get a better feel for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we had, I think if we had more space the whole time, we would have been able to better.
Right. So
consolidate
that
the
cause
pieces.
let's talk real brief, a little more puzzle history that we've all had.
Yeah.
And then we got to get into puzzle
Definitely,
strategy.
'cause that's-
So puzzle strategy is big.
I was basically done, so I'll just wrap mine up.
okay.
'cause
Thank God.
I had that puzzle, and then I had done a lot of puzzles as like a kid, like maybe not 1,000 pieces, but I definitely had done
the big
a couple
piece
thousand
puzzles?
pieces with my family, but definitely the big piece puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked them. I actually even remember, this is like just coming back to me now, my sophomore year of college. Chris might remember this. We joked about having a puzzle room. We had a suite.
I do remember.
We had a suite and
Wow.
two
A true
two
hobbyist.
doubles, and we joked like half seriously until we realized how insane this idea was of putting all four of our beds in one room and having the common room for regular stuff and then one room for like hobbies and puzzles, like literally, just like
Hobbies,
like
huh?
a little like a chill spot. Yeah,
Catch anything.
I remember.
I
I,
was-
remember making
I
some sort of
started
joke
young.
like, "Oh, is that where you're gonna bring a girl or something?" And then you're like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that."
No, I don't want her to
No,
mess up my
only
puzzle.
hobbies.
Well,
But anyway,
when I was
so-
in school,
Oh,
we
okay,
did
go
that.
ahead.
We did that for like the last week of the semester.
Oh, yeah,
for,
when
like
you
2
said that,
years.
yeah.
But stupid old me forgot my puzzle at home every time. I had to bring girls back to that room.
Darn.
No. But we did not do puzzles in that room. But
But-
we did do it.
You did what?
That's what the kids are calling it these days. Puzzles.
Let me tell you. To me, they're both puzzles. Let me tell you.
Aye.
No, we played like video games.
The opposite.
I'm getting like embarrassed on the podcast.
All right, but anyway, so yeah, and then I had done like but when we were doing like the back in the puzzle room days, we did do like 300 piece, like easy
Yeah.
ones back then. Like it took a day with 2 people. It was fun.
Yeah. Chris, what about you?
So I have some background. So yeah, I as a kid was a big puzzle fan.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got to be like 90% of the puzzles being made right now are by kids.
Well, that
That's
was
got to be it.
By
By kids?
By kids for kids.
No, like made.
Yeah, no.
Being put together right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, not manufactured.
I mean, the puzzle user, the people who are playing with their puzzle right now,
Might
are
also be
probably
true.
kids.
So I was
Okay.
into one memory I have was. Do you remember how the 100th day of school was a big thing?
Oh, yeah.
In elementary school for some reason. I remember there was a contest who could bring in like 100 or something, and like whoever brought the coolest thing won. Your boy brought in a 100-piece puzzle. Solved.
Too easy.
First place.
Do you solved it in class? Or
I solved it
Uh,
beforehand, and like I think we
You
like
glued it together?
Yeah, we
I
did
was gonna
something
bring
like
that
that.
up.
Yeah.
All the cool girls were giving Chris the sticky hands, like, "Oh, show me how it's done."
Like, he's a prodigy. I look like a cowboy for some reason. Lassoing him.
Wait, you did glue it together?
I don't remember exactly how we
That's
did
the thing. I was
I
going to bring
remember my
that up.
parents helped.
People
but
use Mod Podge.
it might have been
Sorry?
that.
You know Mod Podge?
No.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Sounds
what
like
you
one of
use.
our listeners' last names, though.
Sounds like a theme song submitter.
Mod Podge. No, but it's like that it's like it definitely used it in like middle school art. It would be like, don't forget to go over your painting with Mod Podge, and it makes it shine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably what it
Like
is.
a
I mean,
plaster fun time type
they
thing.
Yeah.
make puzzle glue
Yeah.
that you just paint over the puzzle. And I have puzzles in my house at home that are hanging on the wall, stuck together with a Mod Podge type puzzle
Yeah,
glue.
that's nice.
And then I'll say my most recent. So I don't think I did any after the age of maybe like 10 or 11. Took a long break, but I was always into. You remember that like what was that thing called? Luminosity, like the brain game type stuff.
Oh, the Illuminati.
Yeah, that's it.
They do play with your brain, I'll tell you
It's
that.
those games where you have to do like
Yeah,
little
I
brain
know what
teasers.
Yeah.
I've always been into those, and so I thought I was like good at that type of stuff. So I figured I'd be good at puzzles. But then,
Wait. Okay, sorry.
I think it was junior year of high school.
Mhm.
We had a snow day,
Mhm.
and this kid who I don't know that well texted me and was like, "Hey, I have a science fair project. Can you come to my house and like be a participant?" And I was like, I got nothing
I'm
else
like,
to do.
there's literally 3 feet of snow outside.
Yeah.
You're asking me to do
First off, it was right after I got my license, so it was like I don't know. it was
Wait, do
right
I know this
during
Oh,
the
this is in
snowstorm.
high school.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but
You don't remember their name?
No.
He said he didn't know them well.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. He was in one of my classes.
Was he in our grade?
No, he's a couple years younger.
Weird.
I'll remember at some point. So I show up at his house. Again, don't know him that well. And he has me do a puzzle. I'm like, great, I'll be awesome at this. I did so bad. Like it was like maybe like
How many pieces
like
we
it was maybe
talking?
like a 25, 30 piece puzzle. Like
Dang, dude.
and
Dog.
maybe 40. I had so much trouble with it. It took me probably 15
Dog, when
minutes.
it's a 40-piece puzzle, like 30 of the pieces are the board.
It was insanely hard. Well, there were also giant pieces. I'm not making
Oh,
excuses
the
for
giant
myself.
pieces are easy.
It was a tough day for me, but I mean, who knows? Maybe I didn't do bad compared to everyone else, but I felt like
I've never,
he's
like-
sitting there watching me. This guy a new friend. Just like, ugh.
I like to think Chris is doing this puzzle, massive pieces. He's connected to all these like wires onto his brain, like one of those science experiments.
Yeah, it was something
and the
like
guy
that.
in the back is just going like, "Oh no,
no.
no."
All right, I guess
So
maybe
that was maybe the last puzzle I've done.
yeah, I guess this is the time for my big reveal that I told Alex a little bit ago. I do not think you were very good, Chris, at this puzzle. I'm gonna say it. Like,
See, I've never thought to myself like you could be good or bad at puzzles. So when
I didn't
Andrew
think
said
so
this, I
either.
was like,
I didn't think so
no
either.
way.
Well,
I
here's
like-
here's my.
But now
All right,
Chris is a
yeah,
self-proclaimed bad
let me
puzzle
just say what
player.
I thought, and then you can give your defense. But to me, you seemed like a lot like the third member of the group project, who was like, "Oh, let's see what this one's not fitting." Like, like
Chris
it's
is in
just
the
like
he's in the back just chugging vitamin
it's
C.
Not, it's
yeah,
not like
good.
it's not like you weren't trying, but I felt like that. I just felt like you weren't very good.
Here's my rebuttal.
What's your rebuttal?
There were multiple times, I will say, where I was putting a piece in and not the right
And
piece,
Andrew
but then
does
Andrew
it.
would grab it and put it in the right place.
You do
Well,
that a lot.
All right, sorry.
So I don't know. I don't think I really had a fair go at it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know. I think yeah.
But you didn't say that when you were putting the wrong piece in, it was upside down and to another puzzle.
That's true. It was the puzzle that I stole from that kid from 10 years ago.
Chris was putting in a way too
A
big
giant
piece.
piece puzzle. Yeah.
I'll also say there were times where I got hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
today.
true.
Well,
I
today-
think you more than anyone else, honestly.
Yeah,
There would
I
be
am
like,
the best puzzle solver here.
yeah, it would be like, you know,
I play Luminosity.
days and days of nothing.
Yeah.
Chris finally decided, you know, he's falling asleep at the wheel, and then he wakes up and is like, boom, and then just, you know, maybe like 5-10 in a row, just like, whew. And then Chris would say, literally, I'm hot, baby, I'm hot, baby. Get a couple more puzzle pieces, and yeah.
Here's what
Did a
I'd
good
like.
job
Here's what I'd
at
like
that
in my
point.
puzzle ability too is former hobby basketball.
Okay.
Basketball. You see me in a pickup game. I'm okay. I'll sometimes do ridiculous things like dribble it into the hoop, whatever they call it, and just
Oh
get
my
stuffed. But then I'll hit like 8 threes in a row.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm all or nothing.
Yeah.
Dang, the rare puzzle to basketball comparison.
with poor form as well. I don't know
Yeah.
how that translates to puzzles, but
Yeah. Sometimes I'll double dribble.
classic,
I'll put the same
classic
piece in,
double
take
dribble.
it out,
Yeah,
put it back in.
you put a piece in, it's correct, but then you take another piece and still think it'll
Nah,
fit.
this one's better. He takes it out.
Yeah. So we did a 1,000-piece puzzle. Someone want to?
Oh wait, do we,
Oh, yeah,
we need to
Alex.
get Alex's puzzle back?
Oh, yeah.
right?
I'm just really good at puzzles. Sorry. That's it. No, yeah, I same as anyone. I probably didn't puzzle at all in college. I probably did in high school. I think I have this Pokemon puzzle at home
Mhm.
with the big pieces. I've probably done that one probably once per amount of original Pokemon, so at least 150 times,
yeah.
you know.
Nice, good knowledge there.
I've got a nice glued puzzle in my house.
Mm.
Like you guys know that thing, the dog?
No.
Do you know
Oh,
that?
is that? Oh, I was thinking of the black dog, Martha's Vineyard.
Oh no. Similar to that though. It's
I
like
was
a, it's
thinking
like a
of
brand.
Clifford the big red dog.
Nope, that's not it. But it's like a brand. It's called the dog. It might not be
Mm.
around anymore. But I had a puzzle that came in a dog bowl. I don't even think I had a dog at the time.
Mhm.
Put the puzzle together. My dog still uses that dog bowl to this day.
Well, wait.
Sammy.
So you got a dog?
Well, yeah.
Wait,
Once
you
you,
made a-
solved
you
the
made a
puzzle, it
dog?
was a fully functioning dog.
It was a dachshund.
Your dog uses a dog bowl that is a puzzle.
No. The pieces came in a dog bowl.
Oh.
So I took the pieces out, obviously, to solve the puzzle, and I had no use of the dog bowl. And then we ended up getting a dog, and I said,
Oh, that's great.
Don't worry, I
Yeah,
have a dog
Sammy.
bowl right here. And I gave it to Sam, and he said, "All right, this is great." Still
Wow.
uses it to this day.
Wow.
Come on, guys.
How-
This
how
is
old
a
is-
good
how-
fact.
how old is
This is
Sammy
a
these
good
days?
fact. You guys are shaking your head.
How old is Sammy?
I don't know. He's probably 11,
Nice.
10 or 11.
Well,
He's a good boy for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
He might be
good.
listening to this pod.
I hope so.
doggy headphones.
Cheese. He loves cheese. So, we don't have to get into my dog right now.
He likes
So
cheese.
yeah, classic puzzle history for me. Haven't done
Mm.
done it in the last probably maybe 8 years.
Yeah. That's normal, I guess.
But let me tell you, I'm back with a vengeance.
Mm.
So yeah, we did a 1,000-piece puzzle, which I would say is like intermediate level.
We'll post it on the Instagram. We've posted it before, but we'll post it again.
Yeah, we posted on the story.
On the
so
story.
look back.
Disappears.
I would say it's the 1,000 piece is probably intermediate level, right? 2,000 is probably.
Well,
pretty tough.
I'd say because you can get more difficult with having more pieces, but you can also like the puzzle can be more difficult.
Yeah.
if
True,
it's
that's
like
true.
like I remember
On-
seeing a
yeah.
thing that was like this puzzle is just like different like hues of color.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
And
Like,
I was like,
how
that
is
doesn't sound fun.
Like,
Yeah.
like this puzzle is the sky. Like that doesn't sound fun.
This puzzle's all black. Just try to like
It
piece
can
it
be
together.
done, but
This
there's
puzzle
no
is
like.
Richard Nixon.
That I do.
There's no like. I think the fun in the puzzle is
I
like
know.
pattern recognition
But,
and being
like,
like, ooh, this must go
I don't
here.
know. Think about the satisfaction we got from putting in a piece.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would be like that times 100.
Wow,
if
yeah, that's
like
true.
you're only going off the shape, basically. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
this one might fit. Yes. You know. It'd
Yeah,
be
but
perfect. I'll never
would
do
be
one. I'll
way
never
too
do one
hard.
ever
Like,
again.
Like that, we could literally have worked on that for like an hour and got like two
Yeah,
or
like,
three pieces.
not even,
you know,
yeah.
after
Yeah.
the border. At
The
least.
border would be doable
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
But there's some pieces. There's some puzzles like that with no border. So it's just no end.
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
I
like
know
the
this
pieces
too.
go.
That- Crazy.
That is ridiculous, and that is
Just like-
unsatisfying
just
as
like
well.
I don't know.
You gotta
Play
have the border.
catch. Do something better.
Get a
Don't
better
do that
hobby.
puzzle.
Yeah, because that's like a thing, like a real challenge. But to me, like not most, but a lot of the satisfaction is getting, like we were saying, getting a piece in that fits. That's great.
Right.
But then the finished product,
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
smooth border, it looks great.
Especially if it's a
Without
puzzle.
it would not look good.
If it's a puzzle that it's something you're interested in,
Mm-hmm.
Richard Nixon perhaps, the dog perhaps,
Yeah.
then it's like
what was our puzzle called?
golden oldies. No,
Golden
oldies
oldies.
but goodies. Right?
No, I think it's called Golden Oldies.
No, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I said that. I'm gonna look. I have the picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a bunch of old
There's
women.
old cars and women.
Oh no, it was. I think it was called Old.
It's like
Oldies but
it's like an
Goodies.
old when do you think that setting was? 50s?
Yeah,
Oldies
they
but
fit-
goodies. Yeah, it's Betty White. It's what's another old person? Old
Richard Nixon.
woman. Richard Nixon.
No, but it's just like a bunch of cars and that's basically it.
It's
They're,
just-
they're
yeah.
at like a sock hop or
It's a
something.
clear if you have to get your car fixed and you go to like the local place, like I could see this poster hanging up.
Yeah,
probably,
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So it was fun. There was definitely a lot going on, which made the puzzle easier, which was good, I think.
Yeah.
As in, there's a lot of colors. There's a lot of different
Yeah.
cars.
Like usually, if you see a piece and you look at the completed picture,
yeah,
it's very easy to see where it goes.
Mhm. There were only a few sections that were like there was that big section that was like a light blue, so that's all, But there are,
Yeah,
but then
but there
when
wasn't
you're
much of
looking,
that.
when you're looking at the cars and there's like 30 cars in this puzzle, you can be like, oh, this is
Every
one of
car,
the blue cars.
very
Yeah.
distinct.
but it
It's all
was tough
different.
because there was. You know what? It was a really good mix because there was like so. It was kind of like a puzzle in a puzzle in a way, where
It definitely was not.
meaning like it was like a framed picture.
Yeah.
Imagine a framed picture, but the picture frame is like its own kind of puzzle.
Yeah, it
it's
has
like
a
some
border.
unique stuff.
has a thick border to the puzzle.
It has a border with designs on it, but at the same time, it's also like one solid color minus the designs. I'm talking about the border now. So it's kind of like
Just look on Instagram.
the border.
people.
The border is like. It's like its own color, so that makes it kind of difficult. But at the same time, there's unique designs.
yeah, there's things on the border too.
Right.
So, it
So,
really wasn't that
like
hard.
there were some parts that were like, oh, this is a lot of the same thing, but
Right.
it kind of worked out because there was also a lot of unique designs. So
Yeah.
it was good.
I definitely think this is an easier puzzle. Like
Probably.
I like.
Which I think is fine. I think like
It's not, man. the listeners are going to be saying, give it 2,000, 8,000.
what's the biggest puzzle you've ever seen? I don't think I've seen more
I
than
think
1,000 pieces.
maybe.
Do you think 1,000,000?
Hell no.
You don't think there's million-piece puzzles?
I'm sure it exists.
No, imagine losing one piece and like that would suck. That would
Yeah, but that sucks on every puzzle, losing one piece.
no, but it would be so much worse than a million
Imagine
piece
if that-
puzzle.
I'm going to
Imagine-
look up the world record puzzle
Yeah,
piece.
I'm curious.
Look it up,
Imagine
look it
doing a
up.
puzzle that took 1,000 times as long as this one we just did.
Because I'd say we didn't time ourselves fully, but it took us like 4 or 5.
It was basically
like,
we
full
would
sessions.
do it. The last few episodes we recorded, we'd
We do the puzzle for like an hour.
For like an
or
hour
more,
or so,
for an
and
hour
then-
and a half.
There is like a huge, like, once you get to that certain point, it speeds up
It
a
gets so
ton.
much easier, yeah. So my brother and I would work on it too, like without you guys there, just because at
Dang.
first I was like, oh, let's do this in 1 or 2 times. Realize that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, we need to just get something done in order to not make this go on forever. The sheer, the length was really underestimated, I think, by
All right,
us.
I found the answer. Do you guys have any guesses?
biggest puzzle. I'll say 100,000.
I'll say I was wrong with 1,000,000. So it's not exactly 1,000,000. That's all you know.
I'll guess 5,000.
Oh, you fools. The Jigsaw puzzle with the most pieces consisted of 551,232 pieces
I was really close.
and was completed with an overall measurement of 14.85 by 23.2 meters.
that's-
I
Meters!
wasn't. That was stupid of me. I wasn't picturing like a giant puzzle. I was thinking like still like a
That was
commercial
stupid of
puzzle,
you.
just really small.
And
Okay.
I think this goes without saying, but it was done by the University of Economics of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam,
Wow.
at the
yeah.
Pho To Stadium in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, in
Well,
2011.
not too
So
long
there's,
ago.
it's due to break that record.
That's true. Should we do it?
That would be fun.
No, when it,
I think by the time we break the record, we'd probably be screwed. Like I think
You
as
would
in
need a
it would be
gymnasium for
broken
that.
already.
Yeah.
So we'd have to break the record with the idea that the record has already been broken. You know what I mean?
So we'd have to go-
smash
We got to
the
get a
record.
million.
We gotta do
Yeah.
800K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
800,000 or something.
Yeah. It's like, but where are you producing such a big? Like, where do you buy sheets of cardboard that are that big?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
because you
Mm.
need cardboard for
I
a
guess
puzzle.
Vietnam,
That's another thing.
apparently.
Yeah, but did they? Yeah, I wonder because even if they did, they would have had to print out a 48-foot long piece of
Yeah.
cardboard
Yeah.
unless they're doing blocks. But then how are they going to really match those up?
Mm. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Another
That's tough.
interesting thing is, like, how do you really make puzzle pieces?
I don't know.
I was thinking that too.
How do you make those shapes? Have you guys ever tried to make your own puzzle?
I have like a low budget one when I was a kid.
When I was
that was
younger,
something
yeah.
I used to do with just like scissors.
But it would never work.
No.
Like the pieces, the way the puzzle is designed, the pieces just fit. Like all right, this is gonna.
It's got to be like.
And the structural integrity. That's only because those pieces are shaped like that.
It must be like a template or something that like
Yeah,
this,
it must.
this
Yeah,
brand
just
has
like a
because-
mold more or less.
Well,
where
it's a
you punch it
jigsaw
in.
that does it. I would
Oh,
assume.
really?
Because it's
Yeah.
a jigsaw puzzle.
Every piece is individually carved.
I bet they were at one point.
At one point,
to
for
be
sure.
completely honest, I picture it like a really strange shaped like cookie cutter.
Yeah,
Just
no,
like
I'm sure
yeah,
that's what it
slice,
is.
you know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
But at the same time, like if the one company uses that same thing for all of them, then that would be kind of lame. Because
Yeah.
even if the
I
image
know,
would be different, it would still be like,
Dang, do you
maybe-
think you would be able to tell?
yeah. If you,
But do
you
you think-
definitely would be able to tell if you solved
Yeah.
two.
But do you,
like,
but do you
without
think you
it.
would?
I wonder.
Do you think it would? Say you do 10 puzzles.
I do wonder that as
with the
well.
same cutter.
Mhm.
Would it get easier?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't think
but-
I don't think I would be able to tell after
No,
2.
I don't think so either. I think
Maybe
it
I'd
would-
be able to tell after 10.
Yeah.
Maybe, like just with the border, I'd be able
Well,
to
if
tell.
you're looking at the
if
you're
I had
looking
in mind
at a solved puzzle, then yeah, it'd be way easier.
But with 1,000, yeah, that's true. If it's there, but if it's,
But if you're gonna, you can't just remember it.
Yeah,
Wait, wait, wait,
that's
hold
But
on.
that's okay. But that makes
Wait.
me think that they can get away with it. Too,
yeah, I
'cause
think
no
that,
one's
yeah, of
gonna.
course.
No one's
Maybe
gonna
they have
do
like
it.
2 or 3 molds, but I
Yeah.
doubt they have one for each puzzle.
I mean,
Maybe.
how often are you doing 2, even 3 or 4 puzzles back to back?
Yeah,
you know.
all the
definitely.
time. What?
I don't think I'll ever. Chris is just constantly trying to better his puzzle skills. I don't think I'll ever, even if I do 10 puzzles in my lifetime that are the same exact ones as that one. There's no way I would be able to tell.
No way. Yeah.
Shape wise, not design wise.
Mm.
Design wise, there's no way I'll forget the golden oldies or the oldies but goodies.
I don't know. It was definitely like a.
And they definitely were cookie cuttered out because remember
Yeah.
at the beginning a lot of pieces were kind of stuck together.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true. But this was
1,000 pieces actually were stuck together at one point.
my biggest takeaway from this is that it was like a lot of work, but it was so rewarding, especially at the end. Chris kind of missed like.
Yeah, we were on. Ooh,
Yeah,
at the
I
end.
came a few minutes late and there were like 6 pieces left.
Yeah, but
I had to
luckily
dip-
you were there for the.
I had to
end.
dip my fingers in some ice water because let me tell you, they were hot
Yeah,
at one point.
but like Alex and I got to a point where just like we'd be like, oh, where's like there's one more piece with orange on it. Do you
Yeah.
see it? And we like
There it
look
is.
around like, oh, there it is.
And once there's
Like-
only like
and that was
50
just
pieces
so
left.
much fun.
Andrew
Like,
at one point said,
explain
it is irresponsible to be looking at the box at this point. And it's
didn't
kind
say
of
that.
true. Like, maybe not irresponsible, but like definitely unnecessary.
because it would make it too easy.
But
That's
that-
another thing. Like, do you guys like? Are there people that are strictly like don't look at
Don't
the
look at the
box?
box.
No,
Ooh.
that's silly because it's like then you don't know what you're even trying to make. You
Ooh,
know?
that would be
But that
great.
makes it so fun.
I would
feel
like. I would
Yeah.
like. That would be a fun gift to give someone. Is
Just-
a blank
just throw a bunch of pieces at him.
is a blank box. You can't see what it is, and then it's a good family picture or something, and they don't know until the puzzle's solved.
Well, I will say this is a trending gift. Is
it?
puzzles? My family gave to our like aunts and uncles. All of them have dogs. We got them puzzles of their dogs. There's a website.
See, that's what I mean.
I think that's a really good
that is
perfect.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, but I wouldn't even put it on the box.
Yeah. Make
Just
it
so
a
they
little
know
more
what is it.
difficult.
What is it? Could it be Nixon? Could it be Betty White? Oh, it's Sammy, my dog. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Here's another question I have. So we finished the puzzle. It's all
Mhm.
solved. What?
Sure.
Andrew owns the puzzle. What are you gonna do with your finished?
You're gonna
I
glue
was
it?
just thinking about it. So it's actually I was venting to my mom about that other puzzle. I was like, I can't believe I was locked out of my house because I lost my keys a while ago. So I have the spare keys, but I don't have the house keys still. It's insane.
Wait. So how do you get in
what?
your house?
It's just always unlocked. No, I
Really?
don't know. Mostly, yeah. But
Wait, you have the spare key?
Wait,
well,
I'm
my
confused.
roommates have keys, but I do not. I currently do not have a key.
But
to
you have
my-
a spare key, you said?
No, I
thought
don't
you
have
said you had
a spare key.
key.
Nope,
No.
it's just the always unlocked.
Can't you just
method.
copy one of their keys?
That's what I'm going to do that now because it was
Yeah.
quite frustrating driving out to Amherst and not being able to get the puzzle and then leaving because I
You
was
just-
going to.
That is
That
a little
happened. Yeah, I
frustrating.
was going to go and like I didn't go just for the puzzle, but everything I needed to do involved me being able to get into my house.
Made sense.
And I don't know. I mean, it's winter break. I got nothing going on, so it was kind of a.
Did
it was stupid, but
well, so
I wasn't able to
So
go.
what are you gonna do though?
So sorry. What?
What are you gonna do with the
So
puzzle?
what I was saying is I was venting to my mom, and then she said, "Hey, I have a puzzle that I've never done before,"
We're asking what are you gonna do with the one that's
and she gave me the puzzle, and now I'm gonna give it back to her.
broken.
And I don't know. Should I give it solved or broken? But I'm gonna be like, "Hey, mom, all the pieces are there. It looks great. You should try it out."
No, I would
I don't
ask
know.
her. I would
yeah.
ask her.
If she wants it done.
But I think if she if she doesn't mind, you should glue that sucker together.
That's what I think.
Think
'Cause,
so?
yeah, my
A little Mod Podge action.
my girlfriend, I'd say puzzles, one of her big hobbies.
Okay.
In her apartment, she has a little area with like 3 or 4 puzzles she's done. It's kind of a cool.
See, I
That's
think
cool.
that's cool, but I don't want to like.
I don't know if you're,
I don't want to be that guy. To
I
be
would only.
honest.
I'm only.
I would
saying
give. I
glue
could give it to my mom as a gift, but at the same
No,
time,
that's what I'm saying, yeah,
there's a
I
puzzle
think-
she gave me, and
Don't
then I
do
just
that.
solved it.
Don't do
not
that.
as not as like a happy birthday, but like
Okay.
as like here you go, I did
Here
it.
we go. Oldie, I know you love cars.
I think that's kind of a cool. It's like a poster, but I don't know. You put some work in.
That's what I'm saying.
Behind it.
If it's something
That's
you're
what-
interested in,
Or like your dog or something.
Right, like the
That's
dog.
good.
or like
or
the,
my
the
dog.
golden oldies.
right, then put it up.
Betty White.
I would only say put this one up because it's the podcast. You know, we
Yeah,
did it
it's
for
a
the
story, a
podcast.
little
That's true.
story behind
But
it.
if your mom wants it, you know what? I don't care if your mom wants it. Put that baby up anyways.
I'll just, you know what I'll do? I'll glue it together, carry it over, and then ask. And then if she says, "Well, I want to do it again,"
You break it over
then
your
I'll
knee.
just,
Just-
I'll figure something out.
See, I would say I'm at the point. I think there's a separation in puzzle doers.
Hmm.
There's the people that are doing puzzling as a hobby. Doesn't matter what the picture is.
Yeah.
If it looks, as long as it's not offensive, someone giving the middle finger or something.
Hmm.
Actually, I would probably do that. But if it's they're doing it as a challenge, doesn't matter. It probably looks good. They'll do it. Or there's people where I think I land, where I want the puzzle to be something I'm interested in. I'll go through the chore of doing a puzzle if I get a cool end result of so I could hang up a poster or something. You know?
Okay, so yeah, I'd say I'm the other end. My joy is finishing the puzzle, and I don't really care what it is, but
Yeah.
it's done and it looks cool, and then maybe I'll glue it, maybe I'll.
See, I would say at
Take
that
it
point,
apart.
then it's I don't know if I would want to glue it up because it's
Yeah.
like, what am I going to hang up a picture of cars?
Right,
Depends
that
what it
makes
is.
sense,
I
that
mean,
makes
if,
sense.
yeah, maybe the key is when
Unless
you're-
it's really that hard and it's accomplishment.
yeah, the key is when you're doing puzzles. Maybe you want it to be something that you would display.
Yeah,
Another
that's what I'm
thing-
saying.
another
That's
thing
what
with
I think.
puzzles
That's
is
where I
like-
land.
Yeah.
This is kind of weird, but like I don't know. Maybe this is like the equivalent of like rewatching a movie or like beating like an old video game that you did. But like if I were to like solve this puzzle again in like 5 years, I just couldn't help but feeling, at least
Yeah.
right now, to be like, I've already
Yeah,
like
don't solve it
wasted my
again.
time doing
Yeah.
this.
You
So
don't
why would I
solve-
do this again?
You don't solve puzzles twice
Right,
unless it's a
right.
Pokemon puzzle. In that case, you do it 150 times at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's a little weird.
Because I don't think you like really gain anything. Because like an old video game, you'd be like, oh, I didn't do these little side things or whatever. Like I
Mhm.
didn't do something different.
Yeah.
With a puzzle, it's not like, oh, this time I'm gonna start on the inside or
Unless
I'm
you're
gonna
trying
do
to-
it upside down.
yeah, unless you flip it over, like, so you have no design. You have to go by the
That would be crazy.
like the shapes
See,
of
I
the pieces.
I think I like that better, but at the same time, that does not have the appeal to
That
me.
makes
as,
no
like,
sense at all.
Even like
Think
even like
about the integrity, the structural
Yeah, I
integrity.
know,
of it.
dude, it would look
It'd be
good.
so satisfying.
Even like watching an old movie. Well, that one's easy because that's just like an hour and a half or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beating an old video game, I've still had a ton of fun doing that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know.
You're right. Because there is no appeal to me to doing that puzzle again.
Yeah,
But
Zero.
but I had a lot of fun doing it.
right,
Right?
But unless you're, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because I would do a video game again or
Right.
something, and
Yeah.
definitely a movie again if I enjoyed it. It's weird. Very.
But like you
interesting.
have to think like video game and puzzle like potentially have like a similar time commitment, whereas movie is like
Yeah.
what about rereading a book? Like I don't know if I'm about. That
I don't
either.
have. Yeah, I don't think I've ever
See,
done.
I
that.
would do that way before solving a puzzle.
I
again.
agree.
I agree.
I think I don't know. It's weird, or maybe there might be video games that I would not play again if it's like a puzzle based, but not like obviously
puzzle.
not jigsaw puzzle based.
Jigsaw puzzle for
I see what you
Xbox
mean,
One.
But if it's like a luminescent or whatever that thing's called,
Yeah.
kind of challenges.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it's like
brain
oh,
games.
Yeah. Then it's like I'm bored because I'm just like literally just going
Doing
through
the same thing.
motions.
Yeah.
right, right.
So I don't know. Maybe I want to do all video games again.
Mm.
I don't know. It's very interesting.
good.
But like a career mode in like a sports game, maybe you would do again because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you can pick a new player.
Everything
a
can
new
be
team,
different,
whatever.
You guys ever do 3D puzzles?
You mean the Rubik's cube?
No, I mean Legos, dude. No.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, I think I've done some 3D. I think I had when I was growing up, I
That'd
had
be
a
difficult.
leaning tower of. You'll like this, Chris, because you've studied abroad.
For sure.
A leaning tower.
We got to
of
mention it once
Pisa.
per episode at least.
A leaning tower of Pisa 3D puzzle,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
and they're just like foam. Have you guys seen them?
I
They're
can
like
I can picture it. Yeah.
thick like foam pieces.
Oh, okay.
So there's you'll like this, Andrew. There's a little structural integrity to it.
Nice. That sounds
When
good.
you're putting
That's
it
good
together.
because my
Pretty
first
fun.
thought when you said 3D puzzle was like I'd be so scared it would like fall down and
Yeah.
break or something. But
My dad actually did one that we have upstairs. That's like it's like a globe. It's really tiny, but it's
3D
like
puzzle. Yeah,
it's like a
I think
globe.
that's common.
But it's really it's like it's small. It's like you could fit it in your hand, but it's like magnet pieces on like a globe kind
Oh.
of. So it's
Oh,
not
that's
like
pretty cool.
there's no foam, but the pieces are like curved. You know,
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah. So that's different, I guess.
So
as well.
many different types of puzzles.
Yeah,
out
they're
there.
they're good, and like I feel like those are because that's still technically like a jigsaw puzzle, but there are like cool variations to jigsaw puzzles that make it like a little more exciting than just your boring old puzzle. Even though I think that's great as well.
Now, would you do a jigsaw puzzle that's not like you know how the piece, the classic puzzle piece?
Yeah.
Would you do a jigsaw puzzle without that classic puzzle piece? For example, only like straight lines,
like
or
one that
something?
you cut with a scissor, that kind of
Yeah.
like
So there is no structural integrity at the end because if you move one piece, it's all going to slide.
Yeah, I don't.
So
think I
really,
like
the
that.
only
Wait, see, now that I think about it, the puzzle that I did for that science experiment is one of those bad boys.
Oh, see, that's honestly now I'm more on your side, Chris, because that's harder to do.
Yeah.
Because when you get a piece in, we've had
It's in, for
many
sure.
pieces in
Yeah.
this puzzle that we just did. You know for sure if you have 1 second thought, that's not in.
It is
because you got the shape matching up and you กับthe colors matching up. With a puzzle like that,
Yeah.
you
I'd
got
say-
one factor's out the
I don't
window.
know. I don't know which one it is, false positive or false negative. But if you have, like what you said, like if there's any doubt, it's definitely not the piece. But sometimes I think you can think like, oh, this one fits, but it actually fits better somewhere else.
Yeah,
You know what
'cause
I
it's
mean?
like-
Yeah.
like you can be like tricked to be like if there's any doubt,
I
definitely
don't
not.
know. I
No.
never experienced that. I believe you. But
I did.
I've
Yeah.
never been
But
like, this is it.
It'd be like the ones that because there was like roads on this and they were all very similar, and
Yeah.
I'd fit one in and it'd be like, all right, this is like this. I think this is good, and then I would be like, oh, wait a minute, no, because
Yeah.
when we got down to the end and you could see the shapes, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
Especially at the end there, yeah,
So.
because you there's so few pieces. You're like, all right, if this fits a
Yeah.
little, it's got to fit.
yeah,
Definitely.
But I guess not. All right, let's get into puzzle strategy then, because
All right.
we never talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys thinking for puzzle strategy? What's your go-to first? Because Chris wasn't involved in this.
Wasn't involved in the start, but I like what you guys did. You got to start with the border. It's easy,
Yeah.
easiest way.
And that was like easy and like not bad. I guess we
was
missed like
very easy, yeah.
2 pieces, but got kind of lucky.
Right? Yeah. Explain what we did. 'Cause
So we dumped out the whole thing and just looked for edge pieces, Alex and I. Then
we separated the edge from this inner
and corners.
puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Then
course.
we took what we had, we thought was all of them. Turns out we were missing 2, solved the whole thing, and then realized the 2 we were missing, and then went back like needle in a haystack style and found them and then put them in.
Yeah.
Well, did we do that?
Yeah.
I feel like we did a little bit of the
The middle.
center as we were finding those edge pieces.
I think that's true, but we got pretty lucky.
Yeah, we
Like,
found them pretty
just
quick.
found them
I think
right
when there's
regardless.
1,000 pieces, yeah, it's like there's enough to do that. If you don't find it right, you'll figure it out. You know
this
what I mean?
keeps coming up, but I'm really all about the structural integrity. Like I don't like doing the middle until I have my border perfect, because
Yeah.
otherwise it just looks stupid.
I
I'm
think
not ready.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I like the idea of doing the border first,
Mhm.
but if I'm missing some border pieces, I almost
You're
think we
right.
shouldn't have separated them that drastically. Like we only had border pieces to work with when we were
Yeah.
doing the border.
Mm.
I wouldn't have mind finding a few of the car,
that
the
looks
old,
similar.
the
I think
old
just-
station wagon piece, and put them in while I'm doing it. Why not? The pieces are
Especially
there.
when there's
Mm.
2 or 3 of us, it's like if you're doing it by yourself, I think you should do the practical way. Just because
Yeah.
it's like otherwise, what are you doing?
The
But if
algorithm.
Wait, you
there's-
think Andrew's way is more practical than the other way?
No. I think the most practical way is to do the whole border, probably.
But I'm saying do the whole border. But if you see pieces along the
Gotcha,
way,
gotcha.
because we moved those
See,
pieces basically to
I
another
think that
room.
That's too much effort. I think it's too much effort. It's like
I think the other way is too much
I know.
effort.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's way easier to just get the border and then
I think-
worry
I think-
about the rest.
What I'm saying is I'm looking
Chris
for
is on
I'm-
my side. I know.
my goal is I want to get the border done.
Yeah.
So I'm only looking for border pieces. But if I see a piece that clearly fits in where
Yeah,
it's going,
I think that's where
I'm
I
not going to
stand, too.
purposely
Okay, so
throw it over my shoulder.
I agree with you, but I think I'm like so on autopilot mode when I'm looking for the border that I won't even like
Yeah.
pay any attention
that's
because
fair.
that's too much brain power that's taken away from
Right.
looking for the edges. They're tough sometimes.
Yeah, they're a
But
little tough.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking is like when you have 3 people working on it, you could have 2 people working on the border, and then one person like, oh, this is clearly like a thing in the, like one of the big cars or one of the
Yeah. See,
the
but
waitresses in the picture.
I
Like,
almost think that's
Mm.
tough to do from the start because you almost can't even have a goal to finish, unless it's the border, obviously, to finish one part of the puzzle because there are so many pieces. I mean, if we found a yellow piece in this puzzle, we didn't even know if it was from the middle of the puzzle or from an
Is
edge
there-
of the
yeah, that's
puzzle.
true. There are
It's like you have to
multiple yellow.
just go with what you could find at
Yeah.
first. Like,
Yeah.
thankfully, these pieces.
I think you got to let the puzzle
going
tell
in.
you what you're working
yeah,
on. You know?
the puzzle
Let
does
puzzle
the talking
because it's like
for the first part.
if it's clearly
I like
there's only
that.
one thing that's green and
Right.
you see a green, like yeah, you can.
but
throw
then
it in that
as like the middle, that's like the first layer of the puzzle.
direction.
Mhm.
Then when you get to after the border's done, and you see some patterns forming. Then I feel like you could break up, which we did.
Yeah.
Like we had one of us solve one of the big cars. Andrew was working on the dang jukeboxes the whole time. You
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
I was mostly supervising.
You guys
Oh,
need some
that
vitamin
looks
C.
Chris double dribbling. All right.
And then by the end, it's just if you're opening your eyes, you're getting 15 pieces like that. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
At that one point, in the puzzle, it's just
my big thing for strategy was I think that spreading out all the pieces was better, and that's why it worked at the end, because also because like it gets exponentially easier. But if we had spread out all the pieces like what we did, Alex, like we would get to a point where you'd be like, oh, I'll work on this orange car, and then we'd pass all the orange car pieces to you.
You gotta like
that
categorize
works.
if
the
we had
pieces.
done that from the get-go, if we had the room to be like, where does this go? Okay, let's put this in this pile. I think it would have been so much easier. But instead, we had everything in the middle,
I agree.
and it got kind of
But it
messy.
kind of forms itself like that naturally. Like
Maybe, yeah.
like we knew as we found a piece or part of the puzzle that we wanted to work on, we knew like, all right, I'm just gonna bring all the yellow pieces over here.
Yeah.
You got to do that though.
Mm.
All right, you guys want to get to ratings then?
I think we should, yeah.
Rate the
Yeah.
puzzle.
Let's do it.
So for the folks at home, we do ratings on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. This week we're gonna rate puzzles. Andrew, what's your rating?
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
gosh, it's bored already. Ugh, get me to another puzzle.
I need a new hobby.
to be honest, I really liked this. I like doing puzzles. I think some things I look for in my hobbies are
Structural integrity.
of course, relaxing. Okay, conversation. Right,
Oh,
we can
yeah.
do this hobby without
That's big.
Like kind of like I feel like I've talked about this one a lot, but wine tasting was just go to the place, have some wine, talk.
Yeah.
Get some drinks. Like nothing too weird.
Or like catch. We talked about that.
Catch,
too.
catch. Exactly. And I love catch.
You're playing catch. You have some drinks. Nothing too weird.
It gets weird.
You can just like talk and do the puzzle. Like, oh, do you have this piece? But you're focused, but you're not like you don't need.
It's
can
like a
have a separate
mindless
conversation.
mindless activity.
Right.
So you could use your mind.
And
Have a
it's
good combo.
incredibly satisfying. The one negative is that like it takes a really long time, which maybe is a positive for some people, but it's also like I feel like the reward of like ultimately getting the puzzle has like already worn off. Like it was good, it was
Yeah.
really awesome, but now it's like, okay, well I'm done with that. So
Yeah.
that's good, but it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't know. It is worth the effort, but it doesn't last, is what I guess I'll say. So
Fleeting.
I will go with an 8 out of 10. Yay! I think that puzzle that I talked about, I'm gonna try and do it. I think another
Santa one?
Yeah, this is like a stupid thing, but I think I'm gonna try to put it on the floor of my room to discourage myself from leaving my clothes everywhere, because then I'll
Good
ruin
luck.
the puzzle. Yeah,
Good
I
freaking
don't
luck,
don't
man.
think it'll work, but
Yeah.
it'll be like
It could basically be like a doormat. Just
yeah,
at your-
maybe. Right at the front of my door.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be cool to just have like, I don't know, if like I can't, or like when I was stuck on work and I didn't want to do work, I would solve a Rubik's Cube or something, or play a game of chess. Lame.
Yeah,
but,
I know what
but
you
now
mean.
it'd be like, okay, maybe I'll just try to work
Get
on
a
the
few
puzzle for
pieces.
like
Yeah.
10 minutes and then
Yeah.
get back to work. Yeah. So
All right,
8 out of
8 out of
10,
10.
yay.
Chris?
I will say I like what you said, Andrew, about how like a good hobby is something that you can do like mindlessly while like talking to other people. Kind of like
Yeah.
I think that is something that's good, because sometimes when you're I don't know, if you're too entrenched in something, then you can't really do anything else.
Yeah.
It's too focused. It's
Yeah.
kind of multitasking. I'll say the puzzle I think is the ultimate like cabin hobby. If that
that's
makes
perfect.
sense.
That's
Mhm.
perfect.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm in a house with like
No
maybe
Wi-Fi.
no Wi-Fi
That's
or
great,
just
yeah.
like in the middle of nowhere, I think
Hopefully company. Otherwise,
hopefully yeah, all by
Yikes.
myself. That'd be very sad.
How did I get here?
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna need to get some puzzles for situations like this. I kind of also agree. Like it was satisfying for about a second, but the feelings worn off. But I don't know. I still kind of like have that desire to solve puzzles. That hasn't
Yeah.
really gone away
Agree.
with the,
Agree.
with finishing it. So I guess it's something I clearly enjoy. But will I do them by myself? I don't think so. I think what I liked about it was kind of the
Yeah.
the
Group
teamwork
aspect,
expert. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Aspect.
Cabins.
I'm an expert, whatever. So yeah, solid hobby. I'll do it again one day. 7 out of 10, yay.
Dang, I thought you said one nay. 7 out of 10, yay. You get
7
it?
out of 10, yeah.
All right. I enjoyed puzzling as well. Great hobby.
Oh wait, sorry. One quick thing.
Oh, come on, man. I just got myself prepared.
I had this
One day.
great joke I wanted to do where right
Oh, boy.
when I got there, I wanted to take a piece and put it in my wallet so that I like wouldn't lose it, and then reveal it at the end. But
Oh, we were talking about
Forgot
that.
to do
Chris is
that.
going to come in with an extra piece.
that'd
That
so
would be
fun.
funny, yeah. But I feel like you would have lost it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that would have been funny too.
Yeah, that would have been a great joke, man. Yeah. I like puzzling. It is definitely Like it's one of those hobbies where if I was doing it by myself, would not have been enjoyable. If I was playing catch by myself, would not have been enjoyable. You know, you need the company for this hobby to really bloom.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sure.
it's also not one of the hobbies that I don't think I gravitate towards those hobbies. Like the hobbies I gravitate towards are ones I could like kind of research and I could get into them, like Rubik's cubing. Love bringing up that on the pod. I don't know. It's like I know what kind of hobbies I like, and I don't think puzzling.
What about like rock climbing too? Maybe right?
Rock climbing, yeah. Like I would watch YouTube videos of people rock climbing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch a YouTube video of someone solving a puzzle.
Fastest solve.
Or Jigsaw
That would be kind of
puzzle.
fun to watch. It.
Yeah, but you'd almost have to watch.
I
it
would
sped
want-
up, and that wouldn't even. That would.
I
just
don't know.
take
Some
away
of these
everything.
solvers out there.
But that doesn't take away from the hobby. It just says that I don't lean that way in my hobbies. You know.
That's fair.
But it was enjoyable. Definitely fleeting. I already am like, I don't care about that. We did that puzzle. I'm happy with it. But that's why I think if it was something I was interested in, like the dog, it would be cool to always look at. It's like when you run a race or something, you could have a medal or something that you could always look at in your room.
All right.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun with company. I think I'm gonna go 7 nay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rare.
I don't think
Wow.
I'll be doing puzzles again unless someone else says, "Do you want to do a puzzle?" And I would probably say no, unless you guys for the podcast, or
Unless we're doing puzzles too.
or if I'm in like a cabin with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that science experiment thing that Chris got himself into.
No, I would not want to do that.
Probably got scammed out of a lot of money. So
Or when I have a family, I think like when I have kids, I'll do puzzles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I think, yeah, technically that's saying I'll do a puzzle in the future. But if that's
Yeah,
what my
that's not what we
guidelines for
mean. That's not what we
yay,
mean.
so 7 nay, and 7 might be too high. I did enjoy it, but I certainly can't go lower than 6. I'll give it a 7. 7 nay.
Okay.
If
All right.
folks at home, if you like puzzles, email in your rating. Tell us why we're wrong. All right. Now we're going to hop into the next section of the show. It's called What's on Your Mind. Thank God we don't have to sing our own theme song for this one.
You.
We get theme songs sent in via email, ineedahobbypod@gmail.com, by listeners of the show. So this one comes from listener of the show, Jig.
At puzzles we all fit together. On sunny days or stormy weather. So pull up a chair and sit for a spell. There's laughter to share and stories to tell. Puzzles is a place where everyone feels at home.
All right, thanks, Jig.
Pretty nice.
All right, so what's on your mind? This is the section of the show where we talk about what's on your mind. If you have something on your mind, email in at ineedahobbypod@gmail.com. Chris,
Hey,
what's on your mind?
Get asked. Here's what's on my mind, and I know we don't like to get too political, and I don't want it to turn into a political
I feel like we
debate.
low-key
How much
do.
vitamin C do you think Trump eats?
The man looks like an orange. My question is, do you think Trump had anything to do with Twitter increasing their characters limit? My gut says yeah.
Did he get the increased limit? I thought not everyone did.
No, I think everyone got it now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually don't know.
I know at one point it wasn't everyone, but maybe it was like
Yeah.
the Facebook updates where it was like
Yeah. Ooh,
only a few
it
people
leaked out
did it
slowly.
once.
I forgot about that. That was very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You think it had anything to do with it? It seems like he's going on a lot of rants
I
these
think
days.
I think maybe it wasn't like Trump tweets, let's bump it up. It was probably like Trump tweets a lot. More people are using Twitter because of it. Let's grow Twitter.
This is a way to.
So
like,
yeah, maybe it has to do. He was a factor, but it wasn't that.
I would love to imagine. Yeah, I put in a call. Like,
We go back to one tweet. It's just Trump drastically cut off some important part. The next tweet is, "Dang, this character limit." Next day, 240. or whatever
I
it
feel
is
like
now.
that's good for conspiracy theories 3
Yeah.
because it's like you're not gonna find any research on that. However, it's not the craziest theory in the world.
very true.
I don't know.
It's funny because I spend, a couple days of the week I'll go to the gym and I'll on the treadmill. I'm always end up in front of CNN. I feel like for some reason,
Yeah.
which I feel like is just
always on at
Trump's
the gym.
tweets.
Oh yeah,
That's all they show. And
I
yeah,
think-
now they're showing it longer.
I like to think of in an alternate universe, Hillary Clinton won, and the CNN isn't talking about Twitter. They're talking about like
Like
you know,
memes.
like what old people post on Facebook. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, the stupidest stuff that's like so bad. She's the main demographic for Facebook, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Old woman. I don't want to get too into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. That's pretty much it.
But yeah, that's it.
Maybe I should take another shot at Twitter now there's 280. I have so much more potential.
What's 280? They doubled it?
Yeah.
I think they did.
Probably.
So
That's
it's so much. It's much too many. I don't know. It's just weird.
I agree. I think this has been said. So I'm not breaking any barriers by saying this, but there's something to like having to limit yourself.
No,
to
actually,
140 characters.
it's like when this was maybe an unpopular opinion, but I was bummed when Snapchat allowed you to take continuous videos because
I can't agree with that.
it's good like to have that 10-second limit to like really tune your humor.
I like
or
with
whatever you want to do.
especially with Snapchat because there's like a aesthetic to the limit. Like when you watch someone's story and it like gets cut off and then it goes right into the next one.
It's good.
It's like,
but instead it's like
that's something that
like
Snapchat should have been proud of.
Yeah, because
Exactly,
I used to be into trying to make like funny tweets, and I would there would be times where I'd be like, all right, how am I cutting it?
That's exactly
without
what we're
losing
saying,
this
yeah.
tweet's essence.
Yeah.
And that's like Twitter should have been proud of. They're still limiting it, I guess.
But now like
but to 280.
280, it's like it's not hard at all.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Trump's
But-
next tweet will be like,
And
I
maybe
want 1,000.
like
Yeah.
like I guess I'm thinking of it as like from a funny standpoint, like the people trying to be funny now it's less funny because there's 280. But I guess that's like only a percentage of their demographic.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like
there's no way Trump's trying.
I feel
to
like
be funny.
not many people, if any, are outwardly happy with the increase. But
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I know.
I
I
don't know
wonder.
too well.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like usually with updates, no one's happy at first,
Yeah,
and then
they're
people
fine.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, what's on your mind?
All right, here's what's on my mind this week. So, Alex, you had an old "What's on Your mind" back in the day about wanting to wear a fake mustache more often and use it. I
remember
Well, I've
that.
done it.
I was having the same thing. It's like a similar idea, except one that I've actually done before is
What?
the newspaper bit where you are eavesdropping on someone with a newspaper. I think that is so funny.
That's not a bit. That's being a creep.
Because no one my age is reading a newspaper, and like if I bring a newspaper into something, I feel like that already raises a huge red flag. It does not make me inconspicuous.
You walk into like a restaurant, spill your newspaper all over the floor.
And I think it's wicked funny. My friend and I did that when two of my friends started like dating, and it was like a big deal. It was like, a big deal in the friend group.
Yeah.
So we walked into the dining hall. They were like on their, just getting lunch together for the first time with newspapers
Dang, I would've
because
been
we wanted to.
Did
Like,
they see you?
We wanted them to see us, so that like we weren't like eavesdropping on them. We were like
you're joking.
Uh-huh.
we would like
It's
we put the newspaper up and then we would like put it down really quickly and look at them, but like they were they were
That's pretty
too
good.
into each other, so we never.
Yeah, you're right. I
never,
like that idea, but
I think it's good. Not
I think it's
not
especially
as
funny
a
when they're
serious thing.
totally aware of it.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted, and
What
it was
the
actually
heck?
wicked funny because some people did notice. I can't remember if it was like workers or just people there, but we were certainly making a scene. We were young.
or the newspaper writer, very excited. He's having some press.
Someone's
but
reading
when
it.
are you going to be able to? When can you
Exactly,
use a
that's
bit
the thing.
that,
Like it's so rare. Like it would pretty much have to be like. Perhaps like if there's a celebrity in like a coffee shop or something, and
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
go sit next to them.
You have to be wearing
with
a
like a
trench coat, I'd say.
newspaper.
Because
Yeah.
I like doing the bit of like I don't wear a watch, and I think equally a lot of people don't wear watches anymore,
Yeah.
just like newspapers. So I'll like in a conversation if someone says something about whatever, like I'll look at my watch jokingly, but I could do that whenever I want because it just has to do with
Too
my
easy.
body.
I just tried.
You have to be like
I tried to do the joke for you guys, but realized
But
I
you
am
had-
wearing a
I
watch.
just I was like, is Chris showing off his watch?
But the newspaper one, like you have to be in a specific situation.
Exactly.
Like, one, you have to be sleuthing.
Yeah.
Two, you have to have a bench nearby or a chair. You know,
Mhm,
a lot of factors. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, you have to always have a newspaper on hand for the bit. Like,
We
Yeah.
did it.
it's a
Well,
kind of-
it was at the dining halls. They have like the
Yeah,
Daily
yeah.
Collegian or whatever, the school newspaper. They just have it outside. So really
You
conducive
ran in
for that type of environment.
frantically. I need the paper. I need the paper.
Paper.
They're like, what? what
Yeah.
big news
I
has
know.
happened?
And then actually, we were about to get their attention, but I got caught up in the Sudoku, and then they just disappeared.
I was reading the funnies.
It's just the funnies.
The funnies, yeah.
Family circus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it. It's
that's
good.
it.
All right, I'll get into what's on my mind.
Yeah. What
You
do we
guys
got
know-
today, Alex?
You guys know what today is?
No.
Any guesses?
It's a Thursday, right?
Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Not yet. But it has to do with what I'm saying. It's January 11th.
Mm-hmm.
I was on this website today. Checky Day. It's weird. Checkiday.com.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Is it like a holiday website?
It tells you the holidays.
Mhm.
There are 8 holidays today,
Wow.
January 11th.
Some of them are
8
such
holidays. You want to hear what they are?
Yeah.
I'll list them quick. Oh shoot! There we go. Ooh. Okay, sorry. First one, already like it's insane. Like someone has to. I don't know who it is. This is really what's on my mind. Is who is like declaring these official holidays? January 11th. Cigarettes are hazardous to your health day.
One of my favorites.
Okay.
That should be every day. First of all.
Yeah, that's true.
2, along the same lines, healthy weight, healthy look day. Makes me think something happened in January where someone quit smoking.
Well, it's probably the New Year's resolution.
Right, but that should
they're
be
11
January
days in.
1st.
That's already got a holiday,
Next,
Alex.
learn your name in Morse code. All right, already got a holiday. This has 8 days. 8 holidays. Learn your name in Morse code day.
I'm down.
This is all today.
Yeah.
This
should start my day by looking
This
at
one's
all
weird.
these.
National Hot Toddy Day.
Oh, I just learned what a hot toddy is.
It's a drink, right?
Yeah, it's a because I
I just learned today.
I learned because I have this cold. My roommate
Oh.
says, "Why don't you make a hot toddy? It's tea with a little whiskey." in it."
Yeah, I was gonna say it's alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that
I like
isn't
that.
Oh no, never mind. That was cigarettes. I thought there was something about like don't
Stop
drink
drinking
also.
whiskey
Yeah.
day.
Well, there's healthy weight, healthy
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
Ugh. It doesn't even roll off the tongue. Next one. This one is good. So don't laugh. National Human Trafficking Awareness Day.
Sure.
That should have been number 1
It
probably.
should
Yeah.
be every day.
Next one, much worse. National Milk Day. I mean, that's just gross.
Maybe I'll have a glass
I
of
don't-
milk tonight. That's
I don't
my
want a
fridge.
National Milk Day. This one's fun. National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friend Day.
That's a great day for it
But-
because it's hot out. And we
Yeah.
got plenty of.
It's
puddles.
warm out, yeah.
Yeah,
But this is a perfect example of like
that doesn't need to.
this
happen.
doesn't need to have its own day, and someone had to approve it and say, sure, why not?
It's funny that it's in like. You'd think it would be in a time with more like rain.
Should
or
be in like
something, right?
April.
Yeah,
April showers.
spring.
Instead it's in
This holiday.
But at the
January.
same time, there's more likely to be snow at least. Like, what if there's just no puddles on that April day?
Yeah, well, it's a
That's
snow
true.
puddle.
That's a bummer.
Oh, that's true. So it's like, yeah, that's true.
there's
'Cause
almost
puzzles-
guaranteed to be a puddle. Yeah.
The puddle. I said puzzles.
puzzles, yeah.
The puddles today are like pleasant.
That's
Like
true, yeah.
this is great that there's a puddle. My friend's gonna love if I splash the heck out of him. even
Imagine
though
the
he's
puddle
wearing
committee trying to figure out the best day. Like, April makes sense, but
The last-
dry spells.
the last one, Secret Pal Day. What? Like, first of all, who's out there having secret pals? That makes me think it's like, oh, this is my mistress. Secondly, who is proud enough about their secret pal, aka mistress, that they want to celebrate it on a holiday, January 11th? It's National Cigarettes Are Bad for Your Health Day, for God's sakes.
I just love the idea of having like a secret pal, like that's like your true best friend, but you never talk except for today.
Right?
Like,
Not even Secret Best Friend Day. This is Secret Pal Day. I have people in my life that I haven't talked to probably since high school that I would still refer to as pals.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm keeping it undercover, I just think that's so strange. And that was just today. Like,
Yeah.
it just happened to be today that
I
there are
found
these
out
weird
that
ones.
my
I guarantee
birthday
tomorrow.
was National Waffles Day, which I guess is a little better. That's more on the National
Which
Milk
makes
Day
sense for you.
lines. But there were some weird
But
ones
those
today
ones-
for sure.
I'm not into those food ones.
No, I don't like any
Like, you
of
know how
them,
people
really.
say, like, oh, Hallmark is
Yeah.
behind Valentine's Day. IHOP is definitely behind National Pancake Day or something
Yeah,
like
sure,
that.
yeah.
And
Like,
I remember like one day a bunch of people who I talked to told me it was National Taco Day, and I was like, why do so many people know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like people like are aware of
I
this stuff,
swear
too,
to
which is
God,
weird.
there are like 10 different National Donut Days.
And National Sibling Days.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
exactly.
National Sibling. I feel like National Sibling Day is only once, but it's
I don't
such
know.
a
Like,
big
it's
deal
way
for
too
some
much.
people that
On
it's
only
all
on
over
like
the place.
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but because I remember I posted one time, I saw it was National Siblings Day, so
Yeah.
I posted a picture of my siblings. Then the next one rolls around, seemingly 2 weeks later. It might have
Yeah.
been a year, I don't know.
I
So
used up my good pick.
but I was like, dang, that's all.
Like, am I supposed to post a picture of my secret pal today on Facebook?
It just blurred out.
We're not even friends on Facebook, to keep it
Yeah.
keep it low.
Gotta keep it
Yeah.
secret, obviously.
You have a catfish profile where you're friends.
Oh man, that's such a good idea.
Dang, it's upsetting though. I think it's too much.
Maybe it's like if you don't have a secret pal, now's the time to get one.
And I wonder, like National Milk Day was probably around when like the Got Milk campaign got going, and they
Mhm.
wanted to raise more awareness for
Big
milk.
dairy.
But like, I don't know, Healthy Weight, Healthy Shape Day. Like, when are these holidays made? I feel like
Yeah.
That could be
probably
every day.
social media has
Could be
made
the
a-
YMCA trying to get something happening. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. It's weird. It's getting me upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out this website maybe and try
Check
to find
iDay.
some-
That's a
some
great. I
good
feel like that's a great way
parties.
to start the day. All right, what am I looking
Yeah,
forward
what-
to?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll drink a hot toddy.
Yeah, and like so sometimes you get deals. Like National Donut
Dang,
Day, you know I'm getting a donut.
You should, if your roommate said to have the hot toddy and today's hot toddy day or whatever.
I mean,
Yeah, you
one.
should
I will
go. I mean,
say
you got it.
he was also sick. He was more sick than me, not on the cusp, and he made a hot toddy. was drinking it. Was like, this is okay.
Then he got sick. He threw
Decided
up everywhere.
he didn't like the hot toddy. Had me try it. At this point, it's an iced toddy.
Was this today?
No, unfortunately
dang it.
not. A few days ago.
Iced toddy.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's too bad. All right. Chris, you want to hit us with those plugs then?
Sure. Well, if you like puzzle talk or other hobby talk, go onto our website, ineedahobbypod.com. You can find all our episodes. Or
Honestly,
on iTunes.
there's not much more puzzle talk there, to be
Well,
honest.
who knows? I think there might be a sequel. You think we've said here's a question. You think we've said the word puzzle in an episode before?
Probably Rubik's Cube.
Send us a clip of
I
us
don't
saying the
know.
word puzzle and
Get a spot on the Wall of Fame.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Needs to be updated.
yeah, check that out. I think it's still there. And our social media, we got Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, I Need a Hobby Pod.
Twitter, all 280 characters too.
Yeah, do it up. Just post I Need a Hobby Pod, hashtag I Need a Hobby Pod, hashtag, you
Yep,
know,
hashtag
200.
puzzle,
Hashtag
puzzle.
Secret Pal Day. Hashtag whatever.
Every
you want.
holiday.
Yeah.
And is that it?
Shop on Amazon.
Amazon, ineedahobbypod.com/Amazon.
Mm.
Buy our shirts. Venmo us. Just kidding. Don't
You think
Venmo
we should
us.
make it I meant to bring this up. I Need a Hobby Pod Venmo. Just like
We got to discuss
Test
this
the
off,
waters.
off
Yeah, okay,
pod,
this is a
Chris.
business
Come on.
talk,
This is
yeah.
insanely unprofessional of
I'm
you.
sorry. I'll just give my personal for now.
All right. See you next week.